Hi everyone, I want to just come on and do a quick paper test of something specific. I've been noticing lately that this Cosmo Air Light paper is all the rage on YouTube. It's like there's, everyone knows Tomoe River. It's my favorite paper, but everyone's been talking about this new Cosmo Air Light and how lovely and wonderful it is for fountain pens. And I've been tempted. But then what I realized, and I'd completely forgotten about this, I have this pad of paper. You can get this off of, I think, any number of places. I think I purchased this one off of Jet Pens. But this is just samples of 18 different types of paper. And they are beautiful and fantastic. And I guess, I've never gone through and comprehensively tested these papers. I think the idea is that if you find one that you really love, you can try to find a notebook with that kind of paper. I've never really done anything comprehensive in that regard, but I realized that this notebook has this Cosmo Air Light, and I decided I wanted to try it and compare it with the Tomoe River, which is my ride or die. Now, to be fair, the Cosmo Air Light paper that I'm seeing on Etsy and places like that now, I'm not sure if it's the same 75 GSM, but if it is, at least the type of paper is the same. So actually what I'll do is I'll go ahead and pull out the, let's see, and I brought some of my more juicy pens along to test it. So this is Tomoe River. This is what everybody knows and loves. It gives you a little snippet, which I really do like. This is the 52. I prefer the 52. Tomoe River is known for being thin and light, handles fountain pens, ballpoint pens, pencils well. Softness of the paper makes it easy for notebooks to lie flat. Worldwide attention according by Hobonichi Techo. Although, as we know, Tomoe River paper, the mill, will be shutting down one of its factories, and I know that the paper is now different. I haven't noticed, or I don't know if I've actually received anything with the new paper, but anyway, this is the beloved Tomoe River. I will grab a page of that, and it is thin. And then if I go back here to number 5 is going to be this Cosmo Air Light. 75 GSM. It's a micro-coated book paper that's well suited for printing, which surprises me that this would then be used. It's so great for fountain pens. But anyways, it is categorized as high bulk book paper, mostly used for color printing of magazines and catalogs. It's known for its gentle white color, micro-coated surface, allows for beautiful photo reproductions. Longer than average dry times for fountain pens, but produces great color rendition accuracy. The micro-coated surface is not overly smooth and gives you a nice writing experience. So one of the reasons that I wanted to test this was that there's a notebook called Graphilo, and that has a different type of paper as well, and everybody was talking about how great that was. And so I purchased a notebook of Graphilo, and actually, it is lovely. It shows fountain pen features really, really nicely. What I found, though, particularly with this pen, which we'll try, is that it bled. It feathered horribly, which was really bizarre. So, I don't use that notebook anymore, but I thought, I'd like to try these new papers that everyone touts as being so lovely before I actually purchase them. So, I already know how these pens and these inks are going to perform on Tomoe River, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. This is my Sailor 1911 large, Pirate's Life, in a broad architect. Okay. This one is also pretty juicy. This is my Pelican M600 Violet white, and I think this is a fine stub. It's amazing how thick this nib is. That's a broad, and that's a fine. That difference is just astounding to me. This one I wanted to do, not because it dumps a lot of ink, but because it should have beautiful coloration and sparkle and sheen, because this is Emerald of Chivor. So this is, of course, my Sailor. What is this one? Pro Gear. Lucky Charm. And this is just a simple medium fine nib. And it works beautifully and should show the ink properties beautifully. These are probably my thickest ones and dumps a lot of ink, so I think it'd be great to test kind of bleeding and feathering and all that. So this is my Franklin Christoph. This one has the Sailor Ink Studio 123. Franklin Christoph. I have no recollection what this is called. But this is a 14 karat gold stub, 1.1 stub. This is, the color of this pen body is called, I think it's Smoke and Ice, but I don't remember the model number. And then this is my beautiful pen 18111. Sakura Falling Sakura Blooms. I think this one's a steel 1.1 stub. This one has some Paleiro Shizuku Amairo in it. This is sort of, for me, is baseline. Baseline, what ink should look like. Don't know if you can see it all. Beautiful coloration, beautiful sheening from, I'm sorry, this Pelikan has Bungo Box Lama in it. Gorgeous green sheening. The Sailor Pro Gear, of course, even with such a fine nib, has gorgeous red sheening and sparkle from the Emerald of Chivor. Beautiful. No bleeding. Of course not. No feathering. It's, in my mind, perfection. Okay, so I am going to now move on to this Cosmo Air Light. So this again, oops, let me do this. There's a lot of paper here. Let's do Sailor 1911. I will say that I notice immediately more tooth. Tooth, kind of like I get off of Midori paper. Tomoe River is glass smooth. This paper is not glass smooth, but it feels nice going down. Here's the Pelikan M600 violet white. Actually, the stubs feel nice because the stubs are smooth and so it doesn't have a scratchy feel to it. This is a fine stub. This feels nice. Definitely more tooth. And then, of course, this is my... I would love to see how the colors and the sparkles and sheening shows through here. This is the Sailor. Oh, this is nice. It feels nice. You know, it is definitely toothy, but Pro Gear. But it's nice. I am not a big fan, to be honest. Oops, Lucky Charm. Of tooth. Medium fine. And fountain pens. I don't care about it with other types of pens, but fountain pens, not a fan. Wow, but actually the coloration is beautiful. So we'll come back. Let's see, here's the Franklin Christoph. Let's see how dumping ink out works. Interesting. I feel like it pools on top. No way, it didn't. I mean, Tomoe River pools as well, but not like this. And finally, this Pen 8111. Falling Sakura 1.1 step. Huh. Okay. So I do think that, oh wow. Oh, interesting. How do I explain that one? Okay, I do think the colors, there's something about this paper, I'm not quite sure, definitely can't see it. There's something about this paper that is both toothier to write on and yet glassier in surface and substance. Particularly, I don't know, it's really hard to show, but with this Pelikan M600, there's kind of like a glassy, it's actually really pretty. I do think that the green, well, no, maybe I'm wrong. I was going to say the green sheen shows better on the Tomoe River, but I don't think that's right. They're very, very similar. In some instances, I feel like the color is more vibrant on the Cosmo Air Light. Like this Amairo looks really kind of saturated and beautiful. But, you know, to be honest, they're very, very similar. Very, very similar. Oh yeah, no, as this dries, I think this one, the sheen shows through more here. And I think it's this strange combination of, while it's toothier, it's actually got a glassier surface. So you can see kind of its sparkle and shine. Yeah, no, that's very interesting. Huh. Well, so there you go. I just wanted to do a quick trial, since I had this Yamamoto notebook, to see if I discern any noticeable difference. You know, I think the answer is maybe. The most tactilely noticeable difference that I have is actually the tooth of the paper more than the visuals. The visuals may be slightly more vibrant here on the Cosmo Air Light, but again, I don't think it's a big difference. Still love my Tomoe River. This is a bit thicker, so if you like a slightly thicker paper, oh, and of course, no bleed through at all. Let me see, you see that? In fact, I think it is even, you know, less ghosting, which makes perfect sense when you're talking about 52 GSM versus 75. So, lovely paper. It's great. It is having its little moment on YouTube and Etsy. But there you go. It's my little test of the Cosmo Air Light paper. Have a good day. Bye.